Alright, it's your boy T Duck, aka Quack Roof for the Lady Drink of Truth. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope everybody's motivated to do something great today. You know what I'm saying? The power is within you. You have to unleash your potential and you have to strive to become better using the God given talents you have and those you acquired through experience to lead you on to new and brighter things. And with that being said, I hope everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time. When you come through, hit the like or hit the dislike, whatever tickles your fancy, and rock out with your boy for a minute. You know, I'm not going to take too much time. Uh, the debacle yesterday on the argument league, should I say, just basically, basically, uh, coincides with my sentiments on how high-minded and how polluted it has become. And it's not so much Brick Suave is that's the issue. It's more so Anon. I realize that now. He's just a co-conspirator. He's just following suit. But Anon is the real treacherous one, the real, Anon the Chump, the real treacherous one, the one that is hell bent on having me out of the lead. And I understand, you know, I understand when you haven't fully developed as a man and everything about you is childish and you have to, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I'm trying to be nice with it. But the issue is that, I mean, I won't take debating away from him, but at the same time, he really doesn't debate anybody with substance, or he doesn't fairly go into the competition with certain people. We've seen the Cash App from True Justice, who's a tank, who allowed him to get the win against Tez, and then we seen what happens when he debated Chris Harris. He quit, and we've seen multiple times where if he doesn't get his way on the panel, he resorts to acting like a little toddler. He wants to take the stream. He really has issues with sharing. He always tries to make conversations about him, but he's really irrelevant. He can't swim outside of the little paradigm of being a Hebrew Israelite or, within the argument league. He's not a big present online like someone like myself. He thinks that the way they think or the way they do things is correct, but let's look at the fruits of their labor. They have nothing to show for what they're trying to do. Yes, he wants you to start up a business, a supply business, and, you know, do this, that, and the third, you know, uh, build up business credit and things of that nature. However, it takes a certain aptitude and it also takes effort. You just can't, you got to be calling and making sure you got to try to get people to want to get the supplies from you. So if everybody was to, you know, use those supply chains in order to build a business, it's just like a oversaturation. And that'll lose. That's why something like that will fail, and that's not going to help black people out of their poverty. Um, and much alike, it reflects in their attitudes. Like they shun anything that looks different. You know what I'm saying? Anything that looks different, rather than be tolerable and understanding, they deem it as wrong and wicked. But that comes into that, religious aspect of how they've been duped into thinking that something that was given to them by the oppressor will be beneficial to them in some way, shape, or form. And they're like little white people in blackface. And you can't get no blacker than the chump. And he's a small guy, so he has that Napoleon thing he got to work around too. But yeah, I noticed that like Brick Suave gave me an indication of, you know, he really gave me an indication yesterday of his really lack of, I don't blame Suave is a simple dude, you know what I'm saying? He I could say that about him. He mainly focused on, the stuff that he focused on, but I don't think he's that oblivious to he don't see what's happening. It's just a fact. Like, I don't like him anyway, so y'all could do whatever y'all want to him type thing. And it's just like, yeah, that's cool, whatever the case. But I mean, bitch made ass chump. I mean, it's kinda cowardly how you attacking me. And it's cowardly how y'all trying to, in some sense, assassinate my character. Like, it's that important. Like, don't we have bigger issues to contend with? Shouldn't we be trying to get the most out of these opportunities? And I think we lose a lot when we try to make it. Oh, all is well, Chief O. Good to see you. When we try to make it, like, everybody has to be agreeable. You know what I'm saying? Go with the flow. You know, right or wrong, like, just go with it or don't say nothing. And I think that doesn't help us, because if you don't work out the kinks in your plans or your ideas or your dreams, you know, it's just doomed to fail. It's doomed to fail. And we seen when we talked about blackness and the black power and separating ourselves or building up a community of black people within, and then people talking about bringing in the UN. The UN has no bearing on the United States. The UN is a group that agree on things. It's not law. Law is not passed through the UN. Only agreements. Um, yeah, it's a lot of knowledge that can that I have personally that I can help these brothers, but they don't want help. It's like they want to do it themselves, but at the same time, they don't want to do it themselves. You know, like Nandy said, they want the handouts. But it was very important points you brought up. If they worked so hard to take it from you, what makes you think they're gonna give it back? And I don't think that ever hit them. Oh, daughter, to see how you doing, sis. Yeah, these few days have been very, very strenuous and difficult, but I would definitely say perseverance is key. And those of us in the know and those of us with a little bit of influence have to take the high road and have to be beacons of light, and more so, you know, if need be, go against the grain in order to put out a message that really reflects what blackness is and the depth of our ability to be more than what is perceived by others. Because I think a lot is lost when we talk about separation, when we talk about having a black independent state and things of that nature. It's not a conversation had by all blacks. It's usually a conversation had by a minority populace of blacks that really have no skills, um, no extensive education. They use archaic talking points, and they really just have a pipe dream more so than to, establish a plan. Because a black state only means, the government still profits, or the government still benefits off a black state. And being that this is a capitalist society, even if we have a black state, due to capitalism and how it functions and how it's exploitative, there will only be several people that have the means, while the rest of the black people would be still in squander. So it would, how can I say it? It would concentrate the wealth to individual families rather than the community itself, because that's how capitalism works. And these are the same people that are won't go abroad. We have black nations. We are not the majority of black people through slavery. So why are we trying to make the decisions? We only represent 5% of the slave trade. The other 95% is in the islands and things of that nature. Why wouldn't we look more why wouldn't we look towards them? Why do we always need our own and try to uh exhort dominance like we did with Liberia? Why would we try to exhort, dominance like we did in Liberia? And that was an epic fail. They just getting out of civil wars and things of that nature. Monrovia is one of the nastiest cities in the world. Um, but if we want to, at least go somewhere and be productive in some sense, Liberia seems like the place to be. Rather than sitting here and complain about the things here, why not just go to Liberia? Why not go to Haiti? Why not help Haiti build itself up with its economy and things of that nature? See, the problem is that they talk it, but they don't walk it. It's not real to them. It's a talking point to gravitate, get people to pay attention to you, and then you bombard these people with things you're trying to sell. So it's not really that I'm black power. I just want people with the black power mind state to gravitate towards my message so that I can just basically sell you my goods. It's just like the snake oil salesmen back in the day. That's what the argument lead is, a bunch of snake oil salesmen, just like you had at the HOK. And to top it all off, they're providing the same services that you would have got from a brother Polite, brother Garfield. Who else? Oh, brother with the shoes. Like, um, it's crazy. It's crazy. So how? And it's basically they was raised off the HOK. So pretty much they're saying they want the HOK out the way so that they can take over in some sense with the selling of goods. That's all it is goods and services. It's not about liberating ourselves. It's not about prepping our future generations and having them ready for a battle that's surmountably, like, not in their favor in their odds, but we at least prepping them and preparing them the most we can do. No, these brothers rather chase women and talk about polygamy and cultish type behavior and having all these babies. But who's going to raise these babies? Who has the means? Who has the financial capability of sustaining these babies here on and here out without having to depend upon a system that is willing to not only fund our babies but remove the man from the whole equation? Like, we got to think about the choices. We can't sit here and pray for reparations. We can give reparations. We could work at achieving reparations, but we need to focus more so on preparing ourselves for the days to come, to rebuild the self-esteem, not through religion, but through one's one's not even one's accomplishments or things, but one's works. Knowing that you have the power, you are the master of your fate, you are the controller of your destiny. Yes, there is a most high, but you have a duty not only towards the most high, but you have a duty towards your neighbor and you have a duty towards yourself. So the upkeep is real. If we really want to show any resemblance of Black power in today's time, we have to catch up with technology. We have to compete with technology. That is the arena where one is defined on who is great and who is not. We need technological youth. We need to, the whole thing about pooling our money, we need to get away from that. Because, like I said, regardless of what you do with your money, whether you pull your money to invest it or whatever the case, you're still helping the United States government. Now, if we were to pool our money and take it elsewhere and deal with another currency and build up like a nation like Liberia or Haiti, then that may be a go. But as far as pulling yourself up on America, like politically, a foundation, and like I say, people in the argument league, they're not basing things off politics. They don't have the aptitude to deal with it on a political level. Their stances come from talking points they see on videos and things of that nature of people who truly express Black power back in the day. And then that's coupled with their zealousness to religion and the strictness of the religious aspects and um the what is it? How can I say it? The misogynistic aspects of that. They're always going to see women as an issue or a problem. Like you can't get around that. They could try to profess that they're about women and women rights, but that religion is always going to be in the back of their minds, telling them that women are subjugated to them. So it's just like we seen that earlier with Nandy and Swab when she disagreed with him. He discredited anything she had to say as she just was a waste of time, and it didn't make no sense to hear what she said, even though she wasn't 100% correct. It was a point to where it was a time to teach, but rather than teach or tell her where she was wrong, uh, he was just condescending in his whole behavior, and it's just like you don't even have the rationale to sit there and talk through things, but you're talking about you want to lead people and we need to get our own land and do all this and that, and it's just like, but your behavior speaks otherwise. You're incapable. Anon the Chump is incapable. Like, and anytime y'all get upset, y'all want to resort to violence, just like good little white people. Y'all are white supremacists and blackface. That's all y'all have to offer Black people at this time. You don't want Black freedom. You want Black superiority. You want Black supremacy, just like your white supremacist fathers taught you. See, they don't understand true freedom is in death. And those who chose life over death became slaves. It's that simple. And it's so much to the story that we don't really comprehend. But like I said, I wasn't going to be up here too much long. I just want to let you know how cowardly and how unfocused and how detrimental they are to any advancement in Black people in that league. And it's not so much the league, it's mainly just Anon. Like, he is bitch made. Like, it's just ridiculous how weak of a specimen he is, and he tries to perpetuate himself like he's that guy, but no one knows him other than the people in the argument league. And the people that gravitate to him are people who harbor hatred. You know, it's the people that are allowed to spew hate are the people that can reign over there. The people that can agree and be yes men and women can hang over there. The people that they can beat up on in debates can hang over there. But let you have an idea or a thought counter to what theirs is, and then you become an issue or a problem. And that's crazy. Like, how do we grow from that? How do you not take into account every black person's perspective? They don't believe in diversity. They want you to be one way. They don't understand diversity and tolerance. And with that, it's a hindrance to our progression, period, point blank, because no one's going to ever understand you. If you loved your people so much, you would go back to school, try to learn how to speak properly. You wouldn't be saying words like words, sir. They stole it from us. No, it wasn't that. They stole it. Something like that. You basically you use the past tense when you were supposed to use the future tense. Stealing. I can't recall how the fraction, but I know stealing was the proper word that was supposed to be there. But it's stuff like that. It's the little things. It's the intricacies that we give away and give up on. But I mean, we're gonna get there. Like, you don't know how other black people feel. You don't know if other black people want that strict of a regimen type thing. That doesn't make them wrong. That doesn't make you right. But it has to be a collective. And we also have to see what the majority thinks. And we're not the majority. Unless you're gonna be like your white supremacist daddies and mommies and say, well, we got all the power. So regardless if we the minority or not, we're gonna have say so over what all black people do. And that's kind of like just reestablishing white supremacy in a black face. And if that's your goal, then I don't see any black people gravitating towards that because it's pretty much what we already dealing with. But I mean, I hope this helps y'all out. I hope y'all could come up with better thoughts and rationalizations and logic. Maybe y'all want to take a class in philosophy or something, learn politics and, economics to a point where you can understand like pooling money doesn't work. Having these businesses that you could manipulate and possibly run scams in don't work. You know, I bet you none of these people, they're always talking about taking your money, but they never tell you that they're secured in any way, shape, or form. So basically, when you deal with your money, you lose your money. So make sure if you're going to deal with people monetarily that they are secured, not secure. I mean, I'm saying secured, but make sure they're bonded. The word is bonded. If someone's going to take your money, make sure that they're bonded. So that means that you're insured if something goes wrong. If they're not bonded, you don't want them dealing with your money. It's just as simple as that. Like, know the game before the game get played on you. And be smart, black people, because we don't need any of these people to tell us anything if we take it upon ourselves to better ourselves and not be lazy and allow people who never took time to do anything of substance or to gain any type of accolades or an aptitude to tell us how to be black and what black power is. Like, they profess to be gangbangers, they profess to be everything, the dirt under the sun. They not saying they're these scholarly brothers who, try to do more than just come up. I mean, the whole thing is to come up. And their message just falls short to the services that they try to provide. But I mean, y'all see in the end, like when we go nowhere, and well, I'm not gonna be involved, so I'm definitely gonna, be somewhere in life, or at least if I'm not, I'll sacrifice myself so that my children have it better. I mean, that's the way I was raised. So yeah, that me, I'm not too much worried about. It's more so the baby. Make sure the baby's straight. Make sure they got what they need, because they gonna push it further than what I pushed it. You know. Yeah, I didn't like how. I mean, what 90 said wasn't, you know, accurate, but the condescending and the demeaning and how they played her, like it just was a waste of time for her to be up there and all that. I think that was a little far fetched and downright disrespectful, more so than anything I've ever done to a woman. But I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to relay the message, man. Y'all got to do better. Y'all got to do better, bro. Cause that's not. I mean, if you don't portray yourself as the protector of women, and then a woman get up there and she say what she say. I mean, I thought it was horrible that I mean, it was just like the one sister she got up there talking about as a military service person. We don't protect the people. All we do is protect the Constitution. But if you look at the preamble of the Constitution, it says we the people. So it's just like little stuff like that. It's just like little like stuff like that. I wish I could help my people with when they say the certain things. There's certain things that I hear them say, and it's just like I can be of assistance, but they don't want that assistance. They want to do it. They selfish. It's not about the people. It's about them having control over what you hear. Having control. It's about control. It's not about upliftment. It's about control and getting you to succumb to their mode of doing things. But their mode of doing things have never made anyone successful. Their mode of doing things is what polite's mode of doing things. Just get you to invest in them, get you to buy their goods and services. Because remember, these are the same people that used to watch polite. Just think 10 years ago, 15 years ago, these were polite fans. These were Sinetta fans. These were the people that watched the HOK and basically became Black Power. It wasn't like they was Black Power and then they ran into Sinetta. I was like, oh, I don't like that. No, SETI and and all they raised these dudes. So it's kind of like, why is you trying to destroy the people that basically raised you? Lack of loyalty. But like I said, who am I to judge, man? All I know is that if you listen to them long enough, you realize like how far gone they are. Like they don't make any sense. I seen Domo in there trying to clean up everything the brother was saying, and it's just like even Domo was wrong on some points. Like the whole thing is highly debatable. But I'm never going to debate. He ran. I was supposed to debate the Chump on the 13th. He ran from that debate. Does the black family represent the Most High? He ran from that debate, and I can't get the black woman God debate from Brick Swab. It's just like I don't know what they want, but I know what they're not gonna get, and I know I'm not gonna. How's the saying go? I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees. It's like I can't get down with that. I don't kiss no ass to be accepted. And y'all gonna double down off of two isolated incidents. Y'all gonna say that's my character. You know, when y'all sending people at me and doing like shady stuff like that. Shout out to the league though, and I'm talking about SVDL, but yeah, like they real. Like when they brought my household into it, I realized how much of scumbags they are. They'll do anything to hurt you. So they smiling in your face now like they used to smile on my face back then. But just remember the depths they'll go through to make their point, even if it's fictitious. They'll do what they got to do. But in a sense, I mean, I'm lying when I say they'll do what they got to do. They'll do anything they got to do to be crabs in a barrel, but they won't do what's necessary, or they won't take the steps that are necessary to become better people. That's what they're not going to do. That's why the argument league is fitting for them, because all they do is complain, bitch, mope, and groan. And that's what it's all there for. It's a big ass cesspool, which is a good thing because we don't need them running around everywhere. It's just a collection of haters. It's just a cesspool for haters. People who don't know nothing, who ain't trying to progress, who want to demean anybody that shows any form of success outside of their paradigm. That's just what it is. And that's not how things function. And that's why there'll always be low level niggas. Because they don't function in a way that's conducive to growth. They just bounce off one another. But none of them got nothing. You want to be rich, hang around rich people. You want to lose brain cells, hang around the argument league. It's pretty much self-explanatory. But, you know, I ain't going to hold y'all too long. I just had to say what I had to say. And I hope I haven't offended nobody in no way. I'm just, you know, it's just the truth. It's just the truth. Yeah. But yeah, it'll be more coming because, you know, I just watch the streams from the cloud. And y'all can laugh at that or whatever. But I damn sure gonna be critiquing what's going on. And if y'all like to support the channel, Cash App T415duck at Gmail. Oh no, I'm tripping. I don't even know my Cash App. I don't know my Cash App, so don't even worry about it. I'm good. But yeah. But I'm definitely gonna do a giveaway soon, so I hope people are in attendance. It's just been a minute, you know. I got the little stuff going on. I'm not financially able to do it at this moment, but you know, because it seemed like all my kids wanted to be born around this time, so I got like 3 birthdays on the way, so I got to do it the right way. That's what I'm saying. They don't even talk about fatherhood, being fathers, and doing fatherly things. It's always about women and lust and becoming a part of a polygamy or a sex code type. Like they backwards with it, blood. I swear. Like don't know how much you could clean up, but because that shit is getting ridiculous. Like that debacle the other day, it was senseless, and just the comprehension skills and the logic behind it, and then the frustration when people telling you, look, that's stupid. Like it's okay, throw it in the trash, and you know, come with something else. But you can't do that with these people because they have no lack of understanding. They're savages. They're they're shy. You know, they're I mean, if it wasn't for American civilization, that'd be caveman. Like it's that bad, bro. But I know we all try to figure it out. You know, we all have our destiny. You know, these people don't want to die. They want to live. They want to become rich. They want to become famous. They want to become known. None of that means nothing to me no more. Once I became a father and I grew older and wiser, I realized don't none of that mean nothing. The smiles on my sister's faces, the smiles on their kids' faces, the smiles on my brother's faces, the smiles on the kids' faces when they see their father doing something for them. Like, that's the stuff I'm into. Like, that's how you build a nation. That is a true resemblance of Black power. You know what I'm saying? Children respecting their elders is a true indication of Black power. Not being able to have any material gain whatsoever, whether it be land or whatever. None of that. That's not Black power. That's nothing. That's trinkets. That's garbage. At our age, that type of stuff is garbage. How we relate to one another, how we empower one another, how we respect one another. That's Black power. And I hope y'all see the tree before the forest. And with that, y'all have a wonderful day. I might be back on later. But as of right now, I'm about to, chill for a minute before it's time to go to the plantation. I love y'all, and I hope we grow stronger. And I hope everybody understands the power is within you. And stay away from places that are toxic, that are going to demean you, make you feel less than who you are, just so other people could feel better about their lack of having anything. Like I'm a lot in battle acts. Good, bro. Bro, you're not even good. Like, stop it. But Romans are gonna do what Romans do. It's just sad that, you know, they talking about they got standards. Well, one standard should be we shouldn't be belittling one another. We should be respectful towards one another. Respect everybody's ability. But hey, who am I? All right, y'all be easy.